My name is Dr. Ada. I want us to have this brief discussion on the problems faced by teachers and lecturers in the course of teaching the subject, teaching the course called mathematics. Number one, poor foundation in mathematics. You will realize that a lot of students are poor in their multiplication table. That's the beginning. The foundation is not strong enough. So they are poor when you talk about multiplication table. They are not able to give you the figures immediately. And because of that, they will always want to shy away from mathematics. So that's one of the problems you face as a teacher, as a lecturer. Number two, you may have the students asking you foolish questions. You may explain to them what you have just finished explaining a minute ago, just or even a few seconds ago. They will ask you again. So as a mathematics teacher, as a mathematics lecturer, you need patience. You just need to be very, very patient with them. Number three, we have a noisy class. You may be teaching and some are talking because the interest is not there. Okay? We have this notion that math is difficult. So as you teach, instead of the students giving you 100% attention, they will be talking. That's one of the problems you may face in the course of teaching math, in the course of handling mathematics as a lecturer. Number four, we have students not doing the assignments. You may give them assignments in class. It is the way you left it in the class. That's how you're going to meet it the next time you have the next lecture or the next class. That's a problem as well. Because if they will all do the assignments, they all carry out their homework, they do it at home, when you come in the next class, you will see that at least 80% of them would have understood the topic. And lastly, we have the general notion that mathematics is a difficult subject. Mathematics is a difficult course. So these are the problems you will be facing as a lecturer, as a teacher, as you teach mathematics. Now let's talk about the solutions to what we've just discussed. We're saying that as a mathematics teacher, as a mathematics lecturer, you have some inherent problems you will be facing in your class. Now what are the solutions? Number one, let the students love you. Let the students do what? Let them love you. Once your students love you, whatever you tell them, they want to listen to you. Once your students love you, they will like the subject. Once they love you, they will like mathematics. Once they love you, they will like mathematics as a course, as a subject. Make sure you are friendly to them. Don't be harsh. The first condition for your students to know mathematics, to fall in love with mathematics, is for them to love you. Once they like you, they will want to listen to you. Okay? They will want to listen to you once they love you. So the first solution to making your students know maths is to allow your students love you. Play with them. Don't be too formal. Okay? I'm not saying you should just be with them as their mates. Okay? You're not their mates. But there is a way you can establish a rapport between you and your students. Okay? They will respect you. They will love you. Okay? Don't shout at them. You correct them in love. Okay? That's the first condition. Once your students love you, they will love what you are teaching. This principle applies to all other courses as well. Let them love you as a lecturer, then they will want to listen to you, and in the course of listening to you, they will know the subject matter, okay? They will know the course, they will know the subject. Remember those of you that maybe undergraduates, where you are asked to choose a supervisor. The first thing you ask is, how is that supervisor? And if the supervisor is a good lecturer, if it's a friendly lecturer, you will see him having more students than those of them that are harsh. So let your students love you. That's the first point. Then number two, you should have a good class control strategy. You should be humorous. Okay? When you tell them to keep quiet, they will keep quiet. Don't be too serious about the subject matter, okay? Just try and add some jokes to the teaching of mathematics. And you see that your students, they want to be in class whenever you are teaching. Especially when you are humorous, okay? You just add some jokes as you are teaching. Make it very, very lively. That's number two. Number three, know your onions, okay? Don't make mistakes in class. Don't correct your mistakes in class. Make sure every topic you want to teach, you want to lecture, make sure you have a thorough grasp of the subject matter. Okay? By the time you start correcting yourself, or even the students start correcting you in class, it will be a shameful thing. By the time you leave, before you know it, they will give you a name. They say, oh, that teacher, that lecturer, he doesn't know the subject, he doesn't know the course. So make sure you know your onions. Then number 4, which is a major problem in the teaching of mathematics, is to break every topic into steps. When you teach a topic, tell the students the first step, this is what you do. The second step, this is what you do. You will see that if you are procedural in all your topics, your students will understand you. For example, if I want to teach change of subject of the formula, how will I start? I will say, number 1, take the LCM of all the denominators, if there is any. So the step 1 is to clear fractions. Okay? Step 1, clear fractions. If you are teaching change of subject of formula, and it's the same thing as solving any equation. Okay? Step 1, clear fractions. That is, take the LCM of all the denominators and multiply throughout, okay, both the left-hand side and the right-hand side by the LCM of all the denominators. Then step 2, take all the unknown variables to the left and the known variables to the right. That is, take all the constants to the right and the variable to the left. For example, if I are solving for x, if you want to make x the subject of formula, take x to the left, select all the x to the left side of the equation, and all the known or other variables to the right-hand side of the equation. After that, step 3, factorize. Factorize out the variable to be made the subject of the formula. Okay? Then after that, the next step is to simplify both sides. Simplify the right-hand side, simplify the left-hand side. Then after that, then look at it. Is what you are looking for. Is it raised to any power? Then multiply both sides by the inverse of the powers. Okay? If it is raised to any power, then you multiply both sides, or you raise both sides to the inverse of the power. For example, if you are looking for x, and you have x squared equal to something, then you ask yourself, what are you going to use to multiply the x that is 2? Multiply 2 to get 1. That is half. Then you raise both sides to the power of half. By so doing, the 2 will cancel, and you will left with x raised to power 1. After that, then you now simplify to get the final answer. So you can see the steps of teaching change of subject of formula. So if you give them those steps, if you give your students the steps, by the time they see any other question, they will follow those steps, and at the end, they will be able to get the answer to the question. The next step is to continue to debunk the notion that mathematics is difficult. Don't ever allow them swallow that feeling that mathematics is difficult. I remember in those days when we did further maths, it was actually called additional maths. But because of the fact that people see it to be a difficult course, a difficult subject, they now change the name from additional maths to further mathematics. Okay? So always tell them, if you are solving, no matter how long the solution is, always tell them it's easy. It's as easy as that. It's not difficult at all. Even when the whole class is shouting, sir, it is too long, and it's not difficult. Did you see it? So as long as you keep on bringing their mind down that the subject matter is not difficult, they will continue with you. Okay? Then after that, lastly, always give them an assignment. When you give them assignments, you give them the room to practice at home. And at the end, in the next class, make sure you check the assignment. If there are too many for you to go around at once, you may ask them to at least exchange their notes, and you correct whatever their mistakes they have. Okay? So with these steps, you will be able to teach maths effectively. The students will like you. At the end, you will become the talk of the class. Thank you. I want to welcome you to this beautiful program called CCSCAT. That is Central Content Source Computer Aided Teaching System. It's a system where we're going to utilize the potentials of the computer in knowledge delivery. Are you a teacher? Are you a lecturer? Are you a facilitator? This program is going to build you up. You will learn how to build lessons, okay, and present to your students and present to your audience, okay. You will learn how to create lessons of your own, okay. You edit the videos and you give them to your students or your audience. I'm going to teach you a lot of things. Video editing, I'll teach you how to write on the screen. Okay, you want to write, especially those in sciences. You want to solve calculations on the screen, live, real time. I will teach you everything. All you need to do, the tools you need to buy, I'll put you through all those. So you need a lot. You're going to gain a lot in the course of this program. There are some tools I'll give to you. They're going to download. Some are free. Some you need to buy. I'll give you the link to actually acquire them. So you're welcome on board to this program called CCSCAT. It's a beautiful one. I want to plead with you, don't enjoy this alone. Please share it. Invite your friends to partake in this program. And you'll be glad you did. If you want to take part in this CCSCAT program, please click on the join button below, which is beside the subscribe button. Thank you.